Are you confident? Do you have consistency? How much conviction do you have? I'm Daniel Gomez, the Confidence Architect, a business strategist, keynote speaker, executive coach, and best selling author. On the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show, we will help you unlock confidence to create consistency and develop conviction. Together, we will discover the key that unlocks your confidence. Welcome back to another episode of the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show, where we motivate you, we inspire you. Today, we're going to encourage you like never before. I have a dear friend of mine, an amazing coach, an amazing guest. She's done amazing things in her own life, and now she's changing and impacting the world by helping people get fit, get wiser, and really take their lives to the next level by improving their health and everything that's around her. Rachel Best, welcome to the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for having me.
Man, the cloud's going wild for you. Woo, Rachel! Yeah. I'll tell you what, Rachel, you're doing amazing things. You're just on fire. These past 2 years, you've just really grown. I know the amazing, beautiful woman you are. Introduce yourself to the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show, please.
Yes, my name is Rachel Best. I'm a public speaker, author, and a weight loss and mindset strategic coach. I basically help people get from where they are to where they want to go.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
What got you on this journey? Because you yourself have been on an amazing transformation, have you not?
Yes.
So if you don't mind, what made you want to be a coach that helps people really get their health going on?
Yeah. I think it really all started back in oh nine when I gave my life to Christ and I got saved. And basically from there, I actually used to do hair, and I basically told God yes, one yes at a time. Whenever he told me to do something, I just said yes and just was obedient to him. And so about 7 years ago, he placed coaching into my life while I was doing hair. And I fell in love with my own health journey, that I wanted to help inspire other people and help other people in their health journey. So basically, I started coaching, and then it has just evolved into this beautiful picture of helping other people accomplish what they want to accomplish, but also in that I'm accomplishing in different avenues of my life of health and mindset and coaching and speaking and writing a book. And so basically it became my vehicle to get me to where I wanted to go, and I'm just kind of bringing people along with me.
Well, I've heard you speak on stage. You have an amazing, amazing story. You really get the crowd engaged. You brought a lot of us to tears at the last conference we had. You lost quite a bit of weight. And there's a woman out there, a man out there right now listening to this episode that has been going through challenges, has been going through diet fads. And the beautiful thing I love about your story is you've lost weight, but you've kept it off. Most people, I don't know what the stat is, you probably know more than I do, but they lose, say, 20 pounds, and then I would say within a year they have that and even more. Talk to us about how much weight did you lose to give the audience an idea of what you've been through, and you've been able to keep it off, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, right before she answers this question, this is the part of the podcast where I tell you, get out your pen, get out your paper, and take notes, because Rachel's about to drop some best tips for you, some best wisdom, right? Because she is Rachel Best. So get out your pen and paper. What you write down, you retain over 50% of it. So I want you to take notes, because Rachel's about to drop some wisdom for you, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Rachel.
Yes. So the statistic is that about 90% of people that start a diet, they gain all their weight back plus some. And so within 2 years. And that's even if they even accomplish their goal in the first place. And so that's a pretty large statistic of a lot of people that are trying to lose weight, but they just can't. So what I have done is I lost 100 pounds. And basically what I've done is we have
Did you
we
say
have
100
a
pounds?
yes, I lost 100 pounds.
Wow. Keep going, please. I was just like, I didn't realize it was 100 pounds. Wow.
Yeah. So anyways, so basically, we come up with, the it's called a tension chart. And so basically, like, what's your current reality? Where are you currently at? And then at the top, where do you want to go? And in the middle, what are those things? What are those steps? It's kind of like a ladder. And so, like, what are those things that you're going to do to get you to where you want to go? So, drinking water, if you're following a plan, eating healthy, and also we focus on the mindset, because it all falls back into your mindset. So, like, I used to binge eat, and I used to closet eat, and I used to have a lot of struggle with that. And what I've done is I've been able to find a tool to help me make shift, basically control alt delete that old bad program that did not serve me, and I have shifted into a new mindset. So I've replaced those old programmings, and I've replaced them with new things that help me get to where I wanted to be. And essentially, more, it's always what's next, where am I going next.
Well, I love what you said, right? I mean, losing losing 10 pounds is no easy feat. Losing 30 pounds, much less 100. Where does the process start for someone that right now, right? Because I know people are going to reach out to you after the show because they're going to, Rachel, I need help. I need to lose 30 pounds. I need to lose 50 pounds because you've done it, right? Where does somebody begin the journey for yourself to say that 100 pounds? What are two words of wisdom that you can share with us, golden nuggets that we can take away from the show? Where does somebody start if they want to? We'll just say somebody wants to lose 50 pounds. What are two steps that somebody can start at?
One, hire a coach. Because I think in anything that you want to pursue and do well in, having a coach that's been there before can bring you to where you want to go. So, one, hiring a coach, and two, being really clear on what is the purpose. What is the purpose of why I want to lose weight and get healthy in the first place? And a lot of people make it as to look good in a picture, or for a wedding, or in their bikini, or whatever it is. But really, we have to really dig inside, and that's what I get to do, is dig inside and help people, really make it about them. What is it about them? Because there's always a deeper rooted answer of why somebody, what is the purpose of wanting to lose weight? It's really always deeper. And so yeah, hire me as a coach, and know why you want to lose weight in the first place.
Well, I love that because I don't think some people out there listening realize a big part of having a coach for me when I hired my trainer Reggie, it was really the accountability. I know at 6:30 he's gonna show up at my house in the morning and I need to be ready. And I don't have the luxury of saying, "Oh, Reggie, come back tomorrow," or come back. No, he does come back tomorrow, but I'm paying this guy to show up to my house. But just that accountability part of him showing up, right? Holding me accountable, like, hey, I'm gonna be there, get ready. And then he even sends me a text message. And it's like, because let's face it, I'm human. I think I'm in pretty decent shape for being my age. I'm 48 years old, but I don't wake up every day saying, yeah, I feel like giving it all I got in this workout today. I mean, I'm being real, right?
Right.
How huge is that accountability part that a coach brings?
Oh, I would say it's very huge, because sometimes we can't trust ourselves. So when we have somebody else holding us capable, and I don't even like to say accountable, because it's more holding you capable, because we're all capable, right? But you have that person holding you capable of what it is you want to accomplish.
Yes. And so let me ask you this. When you started your journey, was there a part of your journey where you wanted to give up? Right? Because we're hearing all the wins you've had, but I know there's times of that come of adversity that you're like, man, you start to question yourself. Let's talk about that a little bit. What are some things that you did to overcome those days where the old Rachel wanted to come back and win, right? You're shifting the mindset, you're shifting your thinking, you're doing the work, you're drinking the water and all those little steps you have to take. What are some challenges and adversities that you had to overcome, and share that with us if you don't mind, Rachel?
Yeah, to be honest, when I was losing my weight, losing the weight was easy because, I was so driven. I had my why of what my purpose of losing weight was so in my face, but it was the after that really was the hard part, and the where all the obstacles and adversity came in. And so, just like I said, the binge eating and the closet eating, and those are the things that really were a struggle that I had to get over. And it wasn't like A to B after I lost the weight. It was like A to B to Z to all over the place. And so I would say more after I lost the weight, because the program I followed was super easy. It was after I lost the weight is when it really became a challenge.
So what did you do? Like what was the challenge that you faced and that you overcame?
Yeah, so some of the challenges of out to eat with our friends or family or whatever, and that bowl of chips or the bread is sitting in the table, right? And thinking like, okay, well, I know that doesn't support my goal, but all of a sudden, before I knew it, I was reaching for those chips or for whatever it was in front of me that did not serve me. And so since I've been digging into coaching and learning more, especially about how the mind works, and how a lot of the things that we do are stored up into our unconscious mind, and how it has things that I've done way back when, that was impacting me in that moment. So just really learning to clean up how I thought.
I love it. So, ladies and gentlemen, think about what Rachel's saying right now. What is something that you want to accomplish within your own health, within your own being, your own doing? And what I heard Rachel say right now is the buts, right? You're doing great, and then but there's some chips on the table, but you're going to this birthday party and you got invited, but you're going to this dinner party and you already know what's going to be. How self-disciplined can you be? And I love the way Rachel said it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about this. You're capable. You're already capable. You have the capabilities within you right now. Everyone listening to this show has the capabilities of being, doing, and having whatever they want. Let me say it again. You have the capability right now of being, doing, and having whatever you want. So why are you costing yourself the results you want in your health, in how you want to feel? I think Rachel, for me, it was one day I was in Miami with a friend Brad, and we were on this yacht and we were having an amazing party. We're out there, Pernell, not Pernell, Floyd Mather was out there, and it was good. And I saw some pictures, and as we are coming back from this event, we're going back to the hotel. I'm looking through my phone with these pictures that we had, and I'm like, man, my cheeks look chubby, and I'm just like, hmm. But I had made a comment while we were on the yacht. I had made a comment to one of the guys there. I'm gonna have a house like that one day. And I meant it, right? I really meant that from my heart. I meant that. But as I was looking at this picture of myself, I had to realize, right? I had to be honest with myself. I did some self-reflecting that night. And I got kind of upset with me and a little bit disappointed in myself. And I said, this guy right here with the chubby cheeks is not going to be able to buy that house. I need a change. I need to grow. And I said, even though I'm going to the gym, even though I'm going to the gym and doing workouts and going right. I'm going through the motions. I'm not getting the results I want. So that's when I called Reggie. I said, Reggie, meet me at my house Monday morning, 6:30. Let's do this. And he was surprised because he's been wanting to train me for a while. And he goes, what? I go, yeah, because if I'm taking shortcuts in my workout, I'm taking shortcuts in my business and I just don't see it. Let me say it again, ladies and gentlemen. I knew that if I was just going through the motions in my workout, even though we were doing great in business, we were doing good, I was taking shortcuts somewhere in my business. I just couldn't see it, Rachel. Hired Reggie. My workouts got intense. My workouts got amazing. And guess what? Our revenue grew tremendously. And that is a great example of why you need a coach, a person in your corner to bring out that next level of you. What do you say about that, Rachel?
Yes, what do they say? The way you do one thing is the way you do everything, and that is so incredibly true. So yes, that's the power of hiring a coach and having somebody there in your corner and believing in you and just helping take you to that next level.
Yeah, I mean, it's we don't realize. I think so many times people want to be successful, and I think the older I get, right? I don't want to say the older I get, the wiser I get. The wiser I get, I realize our health is a huge part of what we need to take care of. And so many times, as we're growing our business, as we're growing what we're doing in life, it's about right growing our business and revenue and this. Yeah, but it doesn't do you any good if you're not healthy and you're in the hospital. And we need to take that seriously. So let me ask you this: what is one of the hardest challenges that you see, or two things that you see when you work with your clients? What are two common things that you have to help them overcome?
Yeah, one would be falling off track, and two would be limiting beliefs of that they can even do it in the first place. Because they've in the past they've showed themselves that, oh, I tried it and it didn't work. I tried it and it didn't work. So that's the habit loop that they're in. And so they have that limiting belief, like they're already going into it skeptical of like, I already failed at 10 other programs. Why is this one any different? How am I going to actually lose weight?
So when someone says that, what's your response to that?
Yeah. So what I do is I just ask them, what are how in the past have you losing weight, how in the past, what has gotten in your way? And so basically finding what has gotten in their way and learning to shift it into a different wording and a different verbiage and a different thought process. Again, just deleting that old thought process and creating a new soundtrack to help them shift and know that it is possible, that they can do it, that that's the past and we're looking into the future.
I love that, right? Woo! Boom, baby! You gotta get a new a new soundtrack. I love the way you said that. So think about this, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm glad you brought that up, Richard, because I was just talking to a friend of mine, and so many times they have this looping thought pattern in their mind and not even aware. So what do I mean by that? You listening on iTunes or Spotify is maybe for you, we'll just say we're talking about weight, right? We'll just say, well, I've tried it before, I can never lose weight. Keep right, I gained the weight back, or diets don't work for me. That's a loopy. That's a loop that you keep playing. So as soon as you enter it, that's the subconscious thinking of you. Why not say, I am getting leaner and stronger. I am succeeding through this process. Change that loop and get a coach that's going to help you and push you through those breakthroughs that you need. Like Rachel said, limiting beliefs. What are some limiting beliefs that you have to overcome, Rachel, as you're working with your clients? Give us a couple of those.
Yeah, some, like I said, the big one is that, I've done this before, so is it really going to work? um Another one is, they don't believe in themselves. They don't trust themselves. They have fallen off track because, they make excuses. And so I feel like making an excuse is also a limiting belief, and so I just kind of help them shift that verbiage into a different soundtrack.
Let me ask you, you have a new book coming out,
Mhm.
How to Make Your Mark on the World. I am excited for you. Before the end of the year, it's going to be out. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're saying you're hearing it here live on the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show. Rachel Best is going to be a published author. Now, let's talk to us about your book. Where did the idea of your book come from, Rachel?
Yes. So my book is basically, I love helping people. And I want people to know that they have a voice. And I used to be that person that thought I didn't have a voice, but I knew I had things inside of me that they used to get squelched and, by words from other people of, oh, you can't do that, or oh, that's not a good idea, or whatever. And so, my life, things have gotten squelched, and so my voice got silent. And so, but I knew inside of me that I had a lot to share, that God created all of us for a purpose. We all have a purpose in this life. And so, finding your signature, like all of our signatures are unique, right? So finding your signature, that where that came from is, finding your signature. What is your specific uniqueness in this world? What is your purpose in this world? And then how to make a mark in the world, and so finding, speaking out and finding your signature, having that mark, and just placing your mark in the world, because the world needs your mark. The world needs your story, and basically all the experiences, the life experiences, the bad experiences, right? To put them into our heart instead of carrying them in a backpack. Put them into our heart and use them as our single most richest gift for the world, because when we serve other people, we get healing. And so
Yes.
it's a full circle for when people find their voice and they find their mark and they find their signature. That's how they create an impact in the world.
Man, you got me fired up. I just felt your passion on that. How to make your mark in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you by Rachel Best. The subtitle is going to be, right, leave your signature. Think about this. Rachel, I love what you said, right? Because so many times we lower our voice because of the opinions of others. We lower our voice because we don't think we're good enough. And before you know it, sometimes I've even seen people that just mute their voice. What is a reader going to get out of your book after they read How to Make Your Mark in the World?
Well, my desire and my passion and my hope is that they are awakened, that they do have true potential inside of them, and that they do matter and their story does matter. And I hope that it inspires them to take action into creating all those things that are stuffed inside, that those goals and those dreams, that they come out and they actually start walking them into reality. Because for me, like, if Rachel Best can do it, anybody can do it.
I love it. I love it. So think about that, ladies and gentlemen. How to make your mark in the world, finding your signature. And Rachel's right. We all have a unique signature. We all have a unique gift that we bring to the world. No one has your thumbprint the same way no one has your signature. It's unique to you. So Rachel, I know your book's gonna help many, many people out there in the world. And I just want to thank you so much for sharing that, because you had the courage to find your voice. I want you to take a moment, look into the mic, look into the camera, and talk to that man or woman right now that maybe they don't believe that they can leave a mark in this world. Because you've been there where you thought about giving up, you've been beaten down sometimes, and just life happens, right? But you're overcoming, you're speaking all over the country. Books gonna be coming out. You have an amazing coaching program. Talk to that man or woman for a minute. Look into the camera and speak life into them if you don't mind.
Yes. So I want to speak life into you and to let you know that you do matter. And your story is so significant that we are all connected, and that somebody out there needs your story. And as you start showing light into your story and what you've been through and your experiences, you are going to touch another person, and that person is going to come up and they're going to share, the things that have impacted their life, and the experiences that have impacted their life. And so all these people just start rising up, and you just shine light. Like when we shine light on things that we try to hide, that are in our closets, then when we shine light on them, let it be set free. There's so much freedom when we shine light on things instead of hiding them in the dark. Let it be seen. And so I hope and I pray that speaks to you, and that you will let that just stirs inside of you, inside of your spirit, inside of your soul, inside of all of your being, that, you know what, I've been through some stuff, but I'm going to start shining light on it, because when I shine light on it, the truth will set you free.
I love it. I love it. I love it. What is a quote or a scripture that you rely on in times of adversity?
Yes. So I have a few, but Mark 11:24, whatever I ask for in prayer, believe that I will receive it and it will be mine. So I always shift those yours and you into I and mine.
Let me ask you this. What's next for Rachel Best?
What's next? So what's next for me is I am going to be speaking all over and motivating people, sharing on small stages, large stages. I'm going to be sharing in churches, in schools, and just getting my message out there for people. And my heart is women and teenagers, but obviously it's going to touch a multitude of people. But that's what's next for me is just sharing hope and inspiration to people.
I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, think about what Rachel's been saying today. This has been an amazing episode. You have a mark to leave in this world. It's your duty to leave your mark. And how Rachel said there was a part of her time, there was a time in her life where she lowered her voice to make other people happy. She lowered her voice because maybe you think you're not good enough. Well, I want you to know that your story matters, that your story makes a difference. Your voice matters. Go out there, raise the volume of your voice, leave your mark on this world. And for sure, by Christmas, her book's going to be out. How to Make Your Mark in the World, Finding Your Signature by Rachel Best. We're honored to be your publisher, Rachel. You need to get this book. You need to go out there and get this book because it's going to bless you. It's going to help you. And listening to this episode today, where have you lowered your voice that you know you need to be bolder? You need to take more action. And I think you need to realize this, how Rachel said, you matter. You matter more than you realize. Rachel, if somebody wants to get connected with you, how can they find you or can they get a hold of
Yes, I am on social media. I'm on Facebook under Rachel Best, and I'm also on Instagram. Oh gosh, I can't remember my handle, but I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
you? All right, ladies and gentlemen, look her up, Rachel Best. Rachel Best here in the house. Thank you, Rachel, for joining us here. It's been an amazing episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week on the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show. We're going to be back next week with another amazing guest, but don't forget, November 18th and 19th, November 18th and 19th, here in San Antonio, Texas, our inaugural, The Makings of a Millionaire Mind Bootcamp. That's The Makings of a Millionaire Mind Bootcamp here in San Antonio, Texas at the Norris Conference Center. Give me a call to get your ticket at 210-663-5954. That's 210-663-5954. Email us at info@danielgomezglobal.com. That's info@danielgomezglobal.com. Don't forget The Makings of a Millionaire Mind Bootcamp live here in San Antonio. We'll see you next week with another amazing guest here on the Daniel Gomez Inspire Show. Thank you, everybody. Woo! This is Daniel Gomez, and thank you so much for tuning into our show today. We'd love your feedback. Please drop us a comment, and thank you for leaving us a review. Don't forget to subscribe to our show and share this episode with a friend. And my free gift for listening to our show today is a copy of my best-selling book, You Were Born to Fly. To get your free copy, go to danielgomezinspires.com and get your copy today. That's danielgomezinspires.com. And to elevate your life and business even more, follow me on social media at Daniel Gomez Inspires on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Together, we will discover the key that unlocks your confidence.